Hey everyone, and thanks for getting locked in with Key. This is your girl Key, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about self-love. Together, we're going to take a journey to self-love. So, if you would like to go on this journey with us, go ahead and stay tuned. Let's go. Always ask me like, Lakeya, how did you find your purpose? How did you find your passion? How do you stay so positive and happy-go-lucky all the time? Well, my number one tip is self-love. Once you love yourself, you can love others. It is very hard to love others or give to others when you don't fulfill yourself. So therefore, I wanted to come on here and promote self-love on my channel, Love Key. So my channel, before we get started, I would like to explain my channel. My channel is all about self-love, wellness, lifestyle, and beauty tips. If this is content you would like to see, make sure you hit that notification bell, and always make sure you have subscribed to this channel. Go ahead and press that red word that says subscribe and turn it gray. I'll wait. All right. Thank you so much and welcome to the channel. You're a new lovey. So let's go ahead. We're going to go on a journey of self-love together. Before we do, let's go ahead and jump into why self-love matters and why it's the first thing you should be doing, or you should be making it a priority in your life. A lot of people do not make self-love a priority in their lives, but it is highly, highly important. So let's go ahead and jump into this content. All right. First and foremost, I just want to say self-love is the key to living your best life. The Wikipedia definition is self-love is the regard of one's own well-being and happiness. So that made me think of this movie called Pursuit of Happiness. I love that movie because in the movie, the guy is trying to live his best life and he just has so many trials and tribulations. And a lot of people will look at his situation and be like, I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he kept going. However, his belief in self was so amazing that he kept going. So after watching that movie, it made me think. And I want you to think of these questions when you start to journal at night. So my first question was, what is my journey to happiness? I know that we're going to have trials and tribulations. However, we have no clue what our trials and tribulations are going to be. However, what am I going to put in place in order to make sure I achieve my goals? So first and foremost, I want to know what my journey to happiness is and what is my end goal. A lot of people want so much. They want so much change in their lives, but they don't even know what the end goal looks like. So therefore, we have to come up with an end goal and we have to know what we're trying to pursue and what actually makes us happy. So that's the whole key of self-love, finding what really makes you happy. Then you want to know, what will I have to do in order to pursue happiness? So once you come up with a goal, you're like, okay, this is what I want my journey to be based upon. But what will I have to do to get it? What will I have to do in order to grab that word happiness and feel that emotion of happiness? And lastly, what steps did the character played by Will Smith in the movie pursue, or what happens to him in order to pursue happiness? So I started thinking about all the things that he did in order to pursue happiness. And one thing stood out. Well, two. The first things first is he knew how to sell himself. He sold, at the beginning of the movie, he was selling these x-ray machines. And in order to sell those, you have to know about the device. So therefore, he knew so much about the device that at first, he was very successful with selling those machines. However, of course, it died down. The production of those machines died down. So therefore, he needed to find something else because he was running out of machines and it was just, he was running out of money. So that was trial number one, but it still gives me a lesson that he learned how to sell. While he was doing that, he was learning how to not only sell that product, but learning how to mentally sell himself also. Because in order to sell a pen to someone, you have to be able to sell yourself. So that's tip number one. However, I do want to state that he did have to sell himself again in order to get into that program, in order to become, I forgot what he became, but in order to get into that program, he had to be able to sell himself. And he sold himself just coming off the street. He sold himself. So that means he knew himself and he knew what he had to offer. So therefore, it's time for us to understand what we have to offer. Another tip I learned from this movie is he had an incredible belief in himself in order to overcome challenges. And he kept going. He kept going. His love for himself helped him seek happiness. His love for himself and his love for his family. He wanted to feel it accomplished and he kept going. It's so many times in life that we see things don't work out and we decide to not keep going. And just for instance, sometimes it's hard being a YouTuber because I don't see the growth that I want to see. But I know that I praise God. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm a Christian. So I do want to say, I know that God hears my prayers, which is Mark 11:24. And if you ask, you believe, you shall receive. So therefore, I just want to make sure that I'm asking, because while you're asking, regardless of what God you serve, if you don't serve a God, even if you're just asking the universe, when you ask, you have to be specific, because you might end up getting the wrong thing. But when you ask, you want to be specific, you want to believe, and then you shall receive. So therefore, in order to be specific, y'all, we have to know ourselves. We have to know what we can deal with as a human. So therefore, I decided, let's go on a journey of self-love together. So we'll be doing this by discovering ourselves through activities. And we'll be discovering our purpose, our passion. And in order to begin, we will be getting a journal. This is just my self-love journal. You can get a composition book. You can get a dollar store book. You can get whatever you want. I've had so many journals, so many journals. And what we're going to do first is write 50 things that we love about ourselves. And with our 50 things that we love about ourselves, don't just jot down what you love. I want you to jot down why. The reason why you want to jot down why is because you want to know your character. Your why gives you your character. The thing that you love is it just tells you what you love, but it doesn't build your character. So it literally, when you know your why, you know what you stand for and you know what your beliefs are. So once I do this, I always come up with my why. So I wanted to share a couple with you, for example, so you can get some tips or think about some things that you love about yourself. So my first one is, I love that I am kind. I love being kind because I love to give to people. I love to see people happy. So that tells me not only am I kind, okay? It tells me one of my personality traits. It tells me who I am, but it tells me my character also. My character is I like to give to people. That's part of my character traits. I love to see people happy. I promote positivity. So therefore, this builds on to my character. And the more you write, the more it will build you up. So let's do my number 2. I love my eyes. My eyes are so bright and big. They are my favorite feature. You know how we see those insecure, like those things that we're insecure about? What do you love about your body? I love my eyes. So therefore, when I take selfies or I take pictures, I make sure my eyes are one of the focal points because it's who I am. Is one thing that I love about myself. I love my eyes. So go ahead. And if you're feeling up to it, I want you to start on this journey with me. Write down 50 things that you love about yourself. After you write down those 50 things, make sure you write down your why. Make sure you include your why. And you can do it at the same time. Once you get done, if you're a Christian, you want to pray over those things. If not, I want you to reflect on what you've written. Then I want you to pick one thing that you wrote. Now, one thing, I am Christian, but one thing I want you to do is just focus on yourself. Do not say, I love that I love God, okay? Because it's not that it's a bad thing to love God, but right now, I want us to focus on self, so then once you get to religion will come a little bit easier in your relationship with your God or the person that you serve can be enhanced. Self-love enhances every relationship because you know who you are and you know who you want to be, so you can be great or more positive for that religion. So yes, I want you to literally focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. What do you love about yourself? So once you're done commenting, I want you to comment under someone else's love of themselves. And I want you to just give them a star. Just let them know you're glowing. You're glowing. You're glowing. You're growing. And just pass on that positivity. Pass it on. We're going to take this journey together, and I hope that you continue to take this journey with us. So next time we'll have another activity that we're going to do, and we're going to take out our journals and we're going to go ahead and master this self-love journey. So I hope to see you next time. Make sure to click that notification bell so you are notified when I upload. Also, if you know someone that struggles in the department of self-love, allow them to go on this journey with us. Share this video with them. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and as always, stay safe, sane, and sanitized. Again, this is your girl, Key. Remember, faith makes things possible, not easy. And all of my videos are made with love, Key.